Let's go.
Alright, welcome. Time for my revenge. So, getting in these games, I'm a few games with Mark, yes, after my disastrous attempt to climb in yesterday. So, we're back at it with OK again, and let's see how this goes. So, this could be good, it could be bad. You have a decent setup as long as he plays an energy. We can accelerate and get that freeze hit. We can look for what we need in case we can just outright block him, making sure he's going first, but we'll see. Don't know what's taking him so long. Alright, there we go. And this looks like a Gardy. Definitely a Gardy. Alright, first search. Let's see what we got. Yep, Gardevior. Alright, so game plan, you need to actually take off and keep them away as fast as possible. Those monkeys are going to be a liability soon enough. He didn't play an energy, so we'll have a few problems here. The thing is, Cornerstone could block the Gardy and the monkeys, but he can put damage anyway. Our monkey could counter his meanwhile, and you'll see shit time. Alright. Definitely going to one-shot everything we have, so we'll go with Fez, and we'll start loading up. Alright. So let's see how this goes. If you hear a cat in the background, that's this cat. I just decided to jump up while I'm recording this. Alright, so there it goes up. No, I can't leave, so that's good. Beautiful. We can use that for a free switch. So now we have almost everything we need. We can look for a monkey. We can actually accelerate that if you play something in front. So if he goes for that Evo play, no Evo play, alright. Ooh, very nice. So you get a straight Crispin play. Alright, so Dr. Monkey, that means we could take a hit and accelerate to the front, that means we take first prize. Decent start. We could actually win this prize race, we'll be really set. Right, I think that'll be for his Gary. Alright. Didn't expect that. But that's fine. Alright, so as long as you get one shot and do it with much damage, you have a bit of a chance. That thought I mean really shut me out there. Oh my god, cat, leave the keyboard. Oh my god. Alright, put that cat down. Alright, let's get into the second game. Not a good start for this, not a good start, but let's see if we can make up for it. Alright, we got another decent first turn. I'll prize Nile, and so as much goes. Already starting. Alright, so Joltik Box. Alright, so game plan, we need to take out whatever he puts energy on, followed by anything else. Take the hit, and he shouldn't be able to take a straight knockout with us. As long as he doesn't get the straight knockout, we'll be able to switch for a monkey. Monkey will be able to take the energy off, allow us to kill the Pikachu for 4 prizes before he could take that first 2 or 1 because of legacy energy. And then we will find the third boss and take out something else, or you could pick off 2-1 prizes. We still have that Joltik on the bench after he accelerates, and we'll have some damage on our Pokemon. If not, we go for either the Fez or another 2-prizer, and we will snipe for the game. There we go. We load up. Very nice. Not unexpected. We also load it up. Place everything in its place. Two surprises. So next we should theoretically attack with Pikachu or load up the Pikachu. That'll leave me on 38 points. So I can search for my Monkey Dory, use that luminous energy and move the damage. Textbook match, but we'll see. Maybe he'll do something different. But it's a tough match for him, like type advantage until you have 8 points that you can't cross. Alright, so now Joltik's out of it. So there we go, beautiful. Nice. Just in case he plans to stick us. Luminous, because the prism energies don't jam. If I put the prism on it, I wouldn't have a prism free monkey. There we go, beautiful. That's easy 4 prizes. Now we have 2 more to go. We have our gear, so we can switch for that last boss. We can force swap him if he puts the 1 prizer up. So in a very good position. I don't think the same we could win because even knocking out this first monkey will only give him 1 prize, and that'll open us up for our second monkey. Because we have our Crispin as well as Luminous, so we can just put Luminous Crispin for the rock and we back up for a straight attack and win this game. I don't think he sees it though, so I think he'll fight it out and wouldn't surrender. But in games like these, you still don't take the risk because you don't have any other additional engine on the board besides the monkey. So you're just hoping that he does not, judge. Beautiful. And that should be it. Cool cocked. We still need the proper plays because we don't want to practice doing shit. Go, rock energy. So should we get out? And beautiful. So with that should carry us back up to loss. And we should be at just around 500. Alright, next. Alright, so there's a March. Things looking good. Here's day 2. So no many people are yes, that's nice. And let's find our next match. Once in have Dragapult. I'm really not up for a Dragapult match right now, but we'll see what we get. Okay. Oh my god. Alright. Unfortunately, it looks like a Dragapult. Smells like a Dragapult. Oh, okay. Ceruledge. Alright. Really got. So, meanwhile, I go through this match because I don't think I have too much fighting commentary on fighting Ceruledge. So Ceruledge is discarding energies. So my corner mask isn't very useful except for taking a couple hits. Because the game plan at this point is we need to actually set up for knockouts. We can't one-shot them, so ideally we could get some damage onto our corner mask, spread 30 to each of his things, and we'll be able to, at least late game, be able to take a straight knockout using our Lucilina. So we need to plan appropriately. We can also try to spread damage for the evolution play, and that should be decent. Because I do think I don't know if he could win unless he runs himself out. But we'll see about that. Alright, so up. He's just going to keep discarding energies and get to his Ceruledges. I tried to get him off it, but he still drew it, so let's see. That's a nice one. And we have the Isuna there. Beautiful. So like I said, that first move. So we're not going to make him a bit wiser yet, because he'll actually target the Isuna. Alright, so free retreat is out of the question. But he is running out his deck, so let's see. Nice. One prize, so we can keep him off. We can't retreat. Right. Let's get us a little better. The extra points means it'll take him a bit longer to cover the ground. A bit of confusion, so he has to flip it. Meaning my game is we need to set up. This isn't like LG when I surrender because I had no chance. That's not a fair chance. Alright. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We can run this. We can run this. Damn. Okay. Okay. Alright, so new game plan because he's accelerating energies but also discarding them. So this deck sometimes often runs out of energies. If we could get him to actually get locked in with one of those rooms, we might possibly have a better chance. Because if we lock in with a room, you need 2 energy to retreat. That buys at least 2 turns. I think you run 3 or 4 jet energies. So I think as one use, we'll hope and see if we can get the boss. We can take at least a hit here. Because we already denied him a prize earlier. And now we just have this. That 290 will keep us relatively safe. So the name of this game is just live as long as we could. But I don't think we could catch up because he already has both Ceruledge set up. We need to buy as much damage as possible so that we could at least try to get through this. Alright, so now the prizes. I haven't seen an item yet, so alright. Hopefully best. Beautiful. I run like a lot of bosses in this deck because we need target selection. 1-7 doesn't get us too far. Nice. Alright, so I think he's out of jet energies. So we can't just jet it up. But there's one more card in deck. So as long as you draw Pokemon next to it, we can retreat, give him one single prize, and then yeah, that's it. Retreat. And with that, he'll draw his last card, and he can't take 2 prizes. Unless he has a boss in hand, he's absolutely screwed. No boss in hand, beautiful. Get his energies out, take your prize, and we win by your deck out. So again, point and fact, you don't need to always fight it out. Advanced strategy is sometimes enough. And also playing with like haste often leads you to making some terrible mistakes. One day he didn't need to accelerate that fast, he should have slowed down when he realized the deck was running short. Alright, let's get into the speed march. Oh, alright. We'll give him a mall and we'll see how it goes. Please be a golden goal. If it's a golden goal, we park. Alright, so we have another Joltik Box. So we'll try to get a decent setup here. But that is going to go into everything. So again, we're trying to go for the same game plan here. We try to get up strong enough. Try to take out whatever the energy is on. Unfortunately, that's not the case here, so we need to actually start loading up the Oki. So again, take out whatever he puts the energy on. So even if we can take the hit, it won't be able to one-shot our bear. That's good enough. Alright, so what we'll do, we take the 2 rock because we don't want to lock ourselves out of Crispin. We'll take this 1 prize. We could take the revenge hit. And we'll kind of hope, because if we get a Arven or something, we just need to be able to survive the hit to be able to transfer the damage and hopefully same game plan. But that's the only way we really get enough from out of this. Alright. So with that, get his hand. Retreat, because we don't want him to get a free prize. Nice. Set up, okay, take the hit. And right there we have the boss. So we can take that knockout, and while he sets up, we have a boss to get the second 2 prize knockout there. Damn, so that's 3 prizes. Whoa, only 2. Okay. Guess he didn't have it there, but alright. We have it though. And again, very familiar play. This time we're going for the draw though, because we ran out of pieces. Beautiful, found the monkey draw, and just like clockwork, 2 prizes. His best attacker next to the Pikachu. We load the Pikachu up, whatever means he needs. Okay, didn't see that coming. But he can't really kill anything, so not that worried. And we're gonna target there in the Fez. So the Fez should be next priority target. We don't want him getting too many cards. But then again, if he's putting energy on anything else, we try to take that as well. We won't be able to one-shot anything and be able to get through anything here. But we need a second setup because we can't really do much if we lose the second OKIDOGI. I'm gotcha. Oh, okay. So you're trying to make sure we don't do the same play. I guess you play that. That's interesting. Alright, but again, we can structure, so not that worried. Okay, so we get 2 of them set up. Take our cards. And again, we take the Fez. We don't want you drawing cards. There you go. And last prize up. So we have 2 plays here. We can actually look for another target, or we could simply just put wherever I want with that last boss. Even if we didn't, we have Chorus to look for. Interesting. Chorus to look for our fan, our iron bundle, sorry. An iron bundle would force him to swap into something that we could tap on in the game. So double checking what he brought with Alvin, and we have this one as well. There's much he could do. He made a poor choice there. But no better alternative either. But it's commendable that he's not playing damage on the bench, so that we be able to hurt him. There we go, clean knockout, some respect. Beautiful. And now we get into this last game. If I get this, I'll be in Arceus. And pretty quick too. We got a boost from being in Gardevior, but still only 2 days. Really fast accurate run. Beautiful setup for this match. Better match, Dragapult. You can find across a lot of these. These are the turbo pot builds. So your goal is to survive and just take out as much Dragapults with energy as possible because already you can run in recovery. You need to draw into recovery, which I also use for energy and for Dragapults and all that. So as long as we could kind of outlast them and get them to restore the resources, we can slowly whittle them down. Again, no Pokemon with energy active. DJ Van will be useless. So let's see what he does. But again, most likely going to go into that item lock. Again, that won't really affect us. We'll take that first prize, even though it's not the best option. But we're tanky enough to take a hit from Dragapult and then keep pushing. And that was the point. The deck is tanky enough to take a hit while dealing enough constant damage and enough pressure so that we could actually get ahead. And by keeping them back in the prize race, we should be able to just use that constant damage to just pressure the opponent. Unfortunately, these matches with Dragapult is a bit difficult because they do damage to front and back, so you need to also protect your back line while also taking prizes. I put the Fez out because the Fez will be a nice bait target so that when he goes after the Fez, we could actually try to spread some damage and see if we could take out the two Dragapults with the evolution when we draw it, or eventually just double tap that first Dragapult and try to wear out in second. Because we guarantee taking at least 3 hits to get 2 prizes. It gives us a lot of room to breathe and find cards that we need. Unfortunately, the new upper energy means Giovanni is not going to have the situation because if he accelerates with it, he keeps the new upper to put on another one. Interesting choice. I guess he doesn't want us to keep the damage off our Pokemon. Unfortunately, now we have the stretcher. Because now we're going to get that free damage off. Nice even spread. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yep. Now we're big. Alright. Straw first. Deck 10 out. Here's the one. Let's get him down there. Now we get that extra hit points. Means we can actually take a really big hit from Dragapult and we can extend the damage. Also now the revenge kill gives us 2 prizes and we get rid of that new upper energy. Because now priority target will be getting a boss to kill the Fez. To try and get like resources for prizes, as well as get access to more cards. But in doing so, he's going to give us actually 2 prizes by having a full health monkey and OKIDOGI online, and that means we could actually try to double tap a second Dragapult. So let's see how that goes. It doesn't matter, it's monkey for monkey, so that damage going to get moved back anyway. It's way more valuable for me than for him, as there's no way he's one-shotting or a heroic Poke. But let's see. Alright. We're trying to get to see where that damage is at, but it leaves us in a awkward position there. Alright, and now we can actually train him a bit, but we'll leave that, I don't know, because we have 2 bits of instruction in this deck for a later time. Nice. So we can draw something. Alright, let's search. He already used his A-Spec, but now we have a sacrificial pawn in the sense that we can actually give him that to take a knockout while we try to set up for our following turn. I think he's looking for energy, so hopefully there we go, that's a crisp one. I think he didn't actually find your energy. Yeah, he didn't find an X energy. Boom. And with that, Arceus, 2 days, beautiful makeup. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.